Only 2 migrants to be granted asylum in San Diego since a controversial immigration policy was implemented is talking to 10 News tonight. That policy forced asylum seekers back to Mexico while they wait for their trials.
10 News reporter Matt Boone has that man's story.
I feel extremely happy. I'm very emotional about this situation.
This is Marcos. He didn't want us to show his face or use his full name, still fearing the gang he fled in El Salvador.
They're a terrorist group. When they say you leave or otherwise, you will get killed.
He knew making the trip to the United States would be difficult, but that was the position he found himself in earlier this year after he tried to protect his cousin who was being recruited by a gang. After making the trek through Mexico in June, he crossed the border illegally near Tecate.
I've wandered through the desert for about 5 days, and then I was caught by Border Patrol, and I asked for asylum, and they sent me to a detention center with immigration, and then I was removed back to Mexico.
He was sent back in what's become known as the Remain in Mexico policy, also called the Migrant Protection Protocol. Since it was implemented in January, 42,000 people seeking asylum have been sent back to Mexico as of September 1st.
This individual is a bit of a rarity.
Narciso Cruz helped represent Marcos. He says under the MPP, Marcos is only the second person to be granted asylum as tens of thousands wait across the border.
It's a war of attrition, if you ask me.
Marcos says he's eager to start his life in America, but even with the decision, it's still possible the government could appeal.
I hope they don't appeal, but if they don't appeal, I hope to never return to El Salvador.
That was our Matt Boone reporting. The government has 30 days to appeal. In the meantime, Marcos plans to stay with family on the East Coast.
Breaking news.